Some crazy stuff happened this week.
Dude, some shit went down.
Hello, this is Mariah.
This is Nikki. Welcome back to Friends First Podcast.
This is such a special Monday.
It really is. I'm also incredibly grumpy at this very moment in time. I have had it with fucking technology, you guys.
Yeah, you've had a bit of a moment.
I've had it.
Yeah. But this is going to be one of our favorite topics to talk about.
Yeah.
So this is a good Monday to have a good day.
Yeah, we're gonna have a good day, despite the last hour and a half of me struggling with technology.
You've struggled a bit. You burnt your broccoli. You couldn't technology.
In all fairness, I like burnt broccoli, but my mom doesn't like burnt broccoli. But the technology, man, it doesn't matter how much I educate myself, it just irks me. But we're gonna deviate away from that once again to the best moment of our lives.
Yeah. I can't sit with good posture right now because I literally destroyed my body this weekend.
Yeah, she did. So. She's literally facing away from the camera. Yeah. So YouTube.
Fuck you, camera.
How does the back of her head look?
YouTube. Did you notice that my hair is kind of purple right now?
Ooh, it is kind of purple right now.
I'm not tan enough for this hair color, I've decided. But I do want to revisit this hair color in the fall because I will be really tan.
Yeah, I think that'll be a good call. And it's kind of like a good fall color.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah. I saw this TikTok that this girl said she's not doing anything unless it's going to make her sexy or rich. And I was like, that is my new life motto. Like I'm
so lucky everything works out for me. And if it doesn't make me sexy or rich, it's not for me.
Yeah. So anyways, purple hair in the fall will make me sexy.
All right. Fair.
Until then, you know, it is going to make me feel sexy talking about my favorite weekend of my life. At least like one of the top favorite weekends.
Yeah, let's circle back and just drop the bomb. If you didn't read the title of the episode, which I'm sure has something to do with this, if not everything to do with this.
Row 1 on the floor, Taylor Swift. We were there.
Tampa, Florida.
We did it.
It was crazy.
Also, we met a celebrity, but
we're going to get to that.
Yeah, we're going to get to that. I'm just
this might not be the like cup of tea episode for everyone. I mean, you guys have listened to us ramble about Taylor Swift easily for hours before, making our episodes wildly longer than they need to be.
We drop vague Taylor Swift like little things in almost every episode, but this is a full Swiftie episode.
Yeah, we have to full Swiftie episode for this one because we spent so long preparing for this, we didn't upload for weeks. Yeah, like we literally skipped weeks because we were like, we have Taylor Swift things to do. I literally had to take my whole outfit apart and put it back together. So
true.
Well,
okay, so let's start with that.
Yeah,
outfit planning.
Yeah, outfit planning was an adventure for both of us because you had a wildly different idea than what you ended up with.
Yeah, so I had an idea all along. I was going to do like a bejeweled type number. I found this cool black dress. It looked really like swanky, like New York Fashion Week, like kind of cut weird, but like
it
was just different. I tried it on at home and I was like, fuck to the no, I'm not wearing this. And I literally was like in tears because we got our tickets mid-December. Our concert was mid-April.
I'm happy you have this timeline in your head because it's all a blur.
No, it's because we went to Knoxville like December 15th, right before Christmas.
Oh, you're right. And that's the only reason. Oh, we should use that in a TikTok video. Like, this is where we started. This is what, you know.
Oh, our reaction video? Because I did never post that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be so cute.
And I'm pretty sure
we
also
end up
have
on
some
the floor
videos
anyway. Oh, that's going to be so good. I'm going to cry.
We're about to drop the best TikTok y'all have ever fucking seen.
If you don't follow us on TikTok, it is Friends First Podcast. If you do follow us, you already know which celebrity we met. So you're about, I don't know, probably 20 minutes ahead on this episode.
Yeah.
Anyways, outfit. Tried it on. Was in tears. What am I going to wear? I am a plus size queen. So like finding like a concert worthy outfit last minute in a small town in South Dakota can be hard to do.
Yeah, I mean, like, it was hard for me, and...
Yeah, and you have a few more store options.
Yeah, exactly.
So, thank God, I have a wonderful mom, a Swiftie mama, who's supportive. She went to every fucking store in this small town.
Literally, Mariah called me one day and was like, I spent 8.5 hours at every single store in this town.
Yep, we did. We did a full day of shopping.
And I could literally not imagine. I would vomit.
Yeah. So, I ended up finding a dress, and the wonderful thing was that it was an online exclusive. They didn't have any of that other. They didn't carry that dress in store. So it was just like Meant to fucking be.
I didn't realize that was a thing.
Yeah. So the dress was not a color I needed, so I had to literally dye my dress. I kind of went for like a lover vibes.
Yeah, so like I guess we should also preface that in this conversation for those of you who are not Swifties and are learning a lot of it from us. You don't just like go to like a Taylor Swift concert like trying to be cute to like pick up guys. Like,
well, first off, there is no guys there.
Well, yeah, but like
straight guys.
Like people that like go to like the average show concert, like, oh, like I'm going to see like so and so at Red Rocks. Like you're gonna be cute because it's a party, you're socializing, like
no,
this whole thing. Like no,
you don't do that. Taylor Swift, you dress up to be Taylor Swift. It's the Met Gala. It's the Met Gala for Swifties.
It literally is like the Met Gala meets Super Bowl for Swifties, honestly. When you actually get to go see Taylor Swift in a concert, and let alone because she's doing a stadium tour, it's you and 70,000 other people.
Plus, we were front row on the floor with our best friend who is also a Swiftie.
Yeah, exactly.
Like the way the stars all aligned, if we didn't
for this exact moment
dress out, we would have been nothing.
Yeah. So and then like
us.
to wrap it all together, basically, is as a Swiftie, as somebody who's attending a Taylor Swift concert, it doesn't matter who you are. It doesn't matter if you are a husband dragged into the mix. You are wearing an outfit that correlates with a lyric, an inside joke, a misheard lyric, a whole album.
Something that Taylor wore.
Yeah.
Or a combo of all.
Yeah.
Which we did.
Yeah. So that's kind of where Mariah's going with this, is she was like trying to hit some lover vibes.
Yes. So like if you remember the first music video that Taylor dropped for the Lover era, it was a snake.
Iconic.
A snake coming out and it disappeared into butterflies. And that gave me chills. So I wanted to be covered in butterflies.
Yes.
Because I was like, this is my coming of age moment.
Yes.
I'm fucking 30. This is my moment to shine. I am the butterflies. So the dress I found was not the right colors. So I literally dyed a dress, found butterflies, which was a whole feat in itself. I take that back. My mom found butterflies. Thank God for her. I dyed the butterflies, and then the butterflies were like crumply. So I literally took a curling iron and straightened and curled every single butterfly by hand.
The literal detail she put in single-handedly on the butterflies alone is astonishing.
Yeah. Then I spent hours sewing on the butterflies because since I loved the dress so much, which now looking back, I'm like, why did I love it so much? It's not that great. But since I loved the dress so much, I didn't want to ruin the dress.
Yeah, by like gluing shit to it.
Yeah. So like now I can cut the butterflies off and wear the dress again.
Yeah.
But I hand sewed on all the butterflies. And so it was and then I hand sewed on lights.
Yeah. Which was like, we'll get to that later.
Iconic.
But, yeah, it was iconic. So she sewed all that on, changed the color of her dress, sewed all that on, and then she turned around and bedazzled the fucking butterflies.
Yes,
I did. Then she glitter spray painted the fucking butterflies in her entire dress too.
And made matching shoes.
And made matching shoes and somehow dyed her hair. And like, she was definitely way more prepared in the sense of like trying to craft her dress than I was.
But your dress had the wow factor. Like you were...
Yeah.
You showed up and showed out.
I was not fucking around.
No.
So I literally, since Lover came out with the man in it, had this idea of like, basically, if you don't know what the man is a song where Taylor Swift talks about like what it's like to be essentially a white man in the society versus like being a woman in our society.
Yeah.
And the music video is iconic. Like, and I just love that song. It's like it's like a fuck the man type energy. And like at that time in my life, I really was like, oh, I need to hear this fucking song. It's still one of my favorites. So at that time, my whole brain was like, okay, next concert, I need to wear some kind of suit blazer thing, and I'm going to put the woman on the back of it.
Yes.
Because all we're all fighting for is equality. We all just want to be treated the fucking same, right? In every aspect.
Yeah, it's basically like if I would have done these same actions as a middle-aged white man, where would I be compared to now?
Yeah, exactly. So. Yeah. And then on top, like the idea is we all just want equality. Taylor Swift is a huge feminist. She fights for rights of literally everyone.
Yep.
Everyone to have equal rights, which I think is really powerful in its own. And at the end of the day, it should all be just as powerful, but like Taylor Swift is also truly showing everyone like what it's like to be the woman.
Yep.
By like setting a prime example of like advocating for so many people with her voice, which I think is amazing. Like, so that's why I was like, I gotta put the woman on the back of a blazer. My idea was to like have lights in it, but I like couldn't figure it out in time. And I was just like, I don't want to destroy a blazer that I spent money on, whatever. And then, you know, she went to an award show looking like a disco ball. And I also really fucking love like 1989 and Reputation. So I kind of wanted to like mix it all together. And I feel like the disco ball was really like, to me, very 1989, but also Reputation.
The mirror ball.
Yeah. But we didn't know when she went to the fucking award show that she was going to have
a song called Mirror Ball.
Yes.
Okay. We didn't? Wow.
No.
It was an Easter egg dress?
That was an Easter egg dress.
I didn't realize that.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
And I'm going to say disco ball because mirror ball is a mouthful to me.
Mirror ball doesn't make sense. I've never heard it called mirror ball. Taylor's the only
have,
one.
but
it's weird.
Whatever.
All right.
So then, you know, the first Eras Tour show happens and I see a girl in this fucking disco dress, this mirror ball dress, whatever you want to fucking call it. And I was like, that's it. That's what I fucking need. And I went looking for it and it was an expensive fucking dress.
Yeah.
Like a few $100s. And I was like, there ain't no fucking way I'm balling on a budget. I can't do that shit. So I went on Amazon and I found a dress, and that dress, I ordered it. It did not have size options. I just saw that it would fit my chest and was like, hopefully it fits my butt. It did not. There was no way. Like, I don't know who I thought like a 2-inch difference was going to fit my chest versus my waist. Like,
yeah,
that's just not how I'm built.
Also, I am remembering now when you knew that you were going to wear that dress, you procrastinated ordering it for so fucking long, and it gave me so much anxiety. Little did I know my outfit would be even more last minute than yours.
Yeah, but I'm also an asshole about that stuff with myself, where like I put stuff in a cart and then I tell myself that I have to like think about it before I actually hit purchase, which is like stupid because I knew that I needed it.
Yeah, but that wasn't an optional item really. Like, you knew.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It came.
So I waited, and then it came, and like my niece Lily, like literally, she was with me. I put it on over, and it like did not even come close to going over my hips, like in the slightest. It fit my chest. Honestly, it was too big on my chest.
Yeah.
But like did not fit the rest of my body. So literally I started taking it apart. I started just unlinking every single disc. And like,
it's basically like big round sequins that have holes on the edge, and it's chain linked together.
Yeah.
Like old time warriors. Chain link. What are those guys
like
in all metal?
Bulletproof vest almost. Like,
what are those guys in all metal that sword fight?
I don't know.
She was one of those.
Whatever Mariah's saying, I don't have a fucking clue. But yeah, so I basically had to take it apart and then put it back together to fit over myself, because there was like extra fabric. I'm saying fabric. There was extra discs. So I had to take it all apart, put it back together. It was fucking chaos.
You spent hours doing that.
Hours.
Lily helped you, then my mom had to help you.
Yeah. And then like I got the blazer also in the mail, and your mom literally had to like cinch it together to have a shape because it was just a box. Like it was literally a box.
A little too big on you.
Yeah.
Which worked out well because bigger and then cinch let you do what you had in mind. Yeah.
And then I spray painted it in silver glitter, and then I covered it in like gemstone. What do you call those things? Rhinestones.
Yeah, gems.
Yeah, and rhinestoned the woman on the back of it. It took me literal fucking hours.
You bejeweled it.
I did. I bejeweled the shit out of that dress.
Best
believe. So basically the whole wardrobe fiasco was like insanity, and I don't know how we pulled it off. I definitely went to the concert still smelling like spray paint glitter.
You definitely were a mad woman when it came to putting that together.
Yeah, it was absolute fucking insanity. But it turned out.
Her blazer was beautiful. It was like a deep
hot pink.
Deep hot pink that was not maroon, not red, but definitely like pink, like a deep pink.
Yeah.
I'm dropping as many Taylor Swift songs.
You really are. You really are. Dropping in all the lyrics.
You can take that out, and then at the end we can be like, how many song titles did you count?
No. I'm just going to leave that in there. You guys better fucking...
Start
how
counting.
Many lyric hints did Mariah drop in this episode?
It looked fantastic.
Yeah. And...
oh, the boots.
I had pink sparkly boots that I am in love with, and I really want to incorporate in my everyday life as much as I possibly can.
The best part about it was that Taylor wore the same boots as you.
The same boots. I mean, like, not the exact same boots, because Taylor definitely had like some Swarovski crystals.
Hers might have been like 13 times the price as yours, but
yeah,
they were the same boots.
They're like 1,300 times the price of mine. probably. But yeah, I had no idea, because that was the other thing, is I tried really hard to not look at as many things as possible about the concert.
Basically no spoilers.
Yeah, we were like, no spoilers. So we got the basics, heard it was fabulous, and then I just tried to check out. So when she walked out on stage with like the same fucking pink boots on, I was like, I died a little bit inside. I really did.
You died a lot of it. You only died a little bit because you had already died a lot of it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like, I truly, like, the rest of my soul had left Earth at that point.
Our outfits came together wonderfully. In our hotel room, booking the hotel was kind of a fiasco. We kind of like changed hotels last minute and stuff.
But we just didn't book in time, because I did the same thing where I was like, oh, there's a place for a good price. Let me just wait to fucking book it. I do it all the time.
But our room ended up being kind of like a bigger room, which was nice for getting ready to a point. I mean, we could have done it in a smaller space, but getting ready was a good event. And it had a Bluetooth speaker in the room, which is kind of nice because we were able to listen to music.
We really like exploded in that room too, in the less than 48 hours we were in there.
Yeah, we spent 0 time in that room. I mean, we spent like hardly any time in that room.
I think we got a total of like 12 hours of sleep in like the 5 days surrounding the concert.
Yeah.
So.
For sure. And that was including airplane naps.
Yeah, basically. So all that said and done, it's concert day.
Oh God. Good day. Yeah, we got ready.
And we really prepared for like every disaster that we had seen from like every other Swiftie that had gone to like the shows prior.
Yeah.
Like parking, cars, like literally everything. So we planned with like ample time to get everywhere that we needed to go.
One of the only shitty things that didn't work out for us was when we landed at midnight in Tampa.
We landed at 11 o'clock, and then we were off the plane and to our rental car place by 11:15.
But we were in line waiting for our rental car for over 3 hours.
Yeah. We did not, like, I shit you not, you guys, we did not get to our hotel and go to sleep until 4 a.m.
Yeah, which was quite the setback because we already knew it was going to be a short trip, but that was a little bit of a bummer because had we gotten our car and went straight to the hotel and gotten just a little bit more sleep, we probably could have squeezed in some beach time there. Yeah, but that's okay.
We literally did nothing but the Taylor Swift show. We saw no other part of Tampa.
No, we didn't eat anywhere exciting. Like, we literally got fast food.
Yeah.
We didn't have time for anything. We literally Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
The concert,
most of our meals were at 2 a.m.
Yes. We did snake meals. Do you know what a snake meal is?
No.
It's where you do one big meal a day, like a snake.
Oh.
We snake mealed.
Okay, yeah, we did.
That's basically all we did.
I was like, what in the flying fuck are you saying to me right now?
Also, the week before the concert, both of us ate fucking shit.
Shit-tay.
So, I'll tell them about your slip and fall. We went to a hockey game together, which I was really thankful because I've shared before that I lost my uncle to suicide and that it's been hard for me. And so, like, advocating for mental health and suicide prevention and awareness has been really close and special to me. So the organization that supported me a lot, it's called the Front Porch Coalition. They were doing a fundraiser and Nikki volunteered with me.
Yeah. So we went to like the local hockey game and we're slanging pucks and raising money.
Yeah, which was great.
We'll talk about that on a different day.
Yeah. But afterwards, I drop off Nikki at home and she gets out of my van and walks. She's almost to her door and she fucking slings backwards and I see her head. She falls on her back. Her head bounces off the driveway like a basketball. It's like doo-doo.
Literally.
I was like, I screamed bloody fucking murder and I was like, she's not gonna be okay.
Yeah, it all happened like in slow-mo. Like so fucking stupid. And we have it all on video, which is like even worse. So like I don't fall, you guys. Like I was trying to think about it after I fell that last time. Like I'm not graceful. Like I'm not. Like I slip and I trip over things, but I don't typically like fall to the ground. Like
no, that was like a full head on the ground experience.
And I think the last time I fell to the ground, I was like on a hike. And the person I fell with was like, I've literally never seen you fall before. Like, this is the most bizarre thing on planet Earth. Like,
are you run into things all the time?
Yeah. Like, I'm not graceful by any means. Like, I run into walls and all that stuff. But this fall, man, it fucked me up. I'm saying fuck a lot in this episode, but my feet went out from under me. And in the video, it's like straight behind my mom's car. So really you can only see my feet go up in the air. It's horrible. Oh. And then I like, everything was like slow-mo where I like landed like on my butt, then back on my elbow, and then my head like whiplashed back onto the ice in the ground. And like in the middle of all of that, I hear Mariah scream bloody murder inside the closed doors of her van.
Well, my first thought was like, oh my God, I'm going to have to call her mom and have her help me like carry you to my car so we can rush you to the ER. Like, I really thought it was going to be that bad.
Yeah. And I really thought I had laid on the ground for 10 seconds and thought, okay, just let it hurt for a minute and then get up. And in all reality, I was up off the ground before I had even hit the ground.
And what is funny in the video, which is not how I remembered it in my head, you got up and you smiled and you're like, I'm fine. And then I laughed and was like, oh, thank God. But like when you're watching the footage, you don't see your face or hear you for some reason. You just hear me cackling.
Yeah.
So I look like a fucking asshole. And you can't hear my scream. So It just looks like I get out of the car and I laugh. But in reality, I waited for you.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I feel like you handled it really well. But then I got up and I was like, I'm not okay. Like, I'm okay. Like, I was like, I'm good. I went in the house. I was like, I'm good. And I was like, all I was like thinking about was food. I just wanted fucking food. I was hungry. And so I sat down and I ate. And I remember like sitting at my kitchen and like coming out of a fog and being like, did I really have that many drinks tonight? Or am I fucked up right now? Like, did I really hit my head off the ground that hard? And I was like, whatever, I'm fine. And I went to bed and I woke up the next day and I was like, I am not okay. Like, I definitely have a concussion.
Yeah. And so a week after that, which was just a few days before we left, I did basically the same thing.
Yeah.
I have a big...
and so did my sister-in-law.
Oh my God. I have a big van, like a... What do you call it? Cargo van? Passenger van?
Sprinter vans.
Sprinter van. So it's high the fuck off the ground. When I got out of my van, I slipped on the ice and I fell backwards into like the... what do you call it? Like the step to get into a tall vehicle. I hit my back and my head on that and then hit my head on the ground. I was fucked up. Yeah. I actually ended up going to the ER because I was pretty sure I broke my arm.
You fell worse than I did because you were doing stupid shit. Like more stupid shit than I was doing stupid shit. You were like trying to fill up your water bottle through the straw.
Yeah, I definitely had a concussion because I got into my house. I'm not a water drinker. Hate water. Got into my house and I was starved. I was so thirsty.
She still fucked up.
I still have a concuss. Now I'm like...
I still have a concuss. She says, you gonna have a giggle?
Stop. I'm gonna pee my pants. I have to pee.
Oh, no.
So I took like a tumbler cup, you know, like where it has a screw-on lid that has a little hole in the center for water or for your straw. Also for water, that's what I'm getting to. I couldn't figure out how to put water in my cup. I couldn't take the lid off. So I literally had the faucet on like a minute stream. And I filled my cup through the straw hole. That's concussion behavior.
So she calls me, she tells me this shit like the next day after she had texted me and saying like, hey, I fucking fell, I ate shit. And I'm thinking like, she can't be worse than I am, right? So then she calls me and she tells me this shit and I'm like, you dumb bitch, go to the doctor. And then like she was like, well, no, I think I'm good. I couldn't
even hold my phone to like talk on the phone.
No, that's what she was like. That's what you were telling me is like, she's telling me the stupid water shit and I'm like, damn, you really probably should go get that checked out. And then she was like telling me how her wrist hurts so bad and like we have this friendship bracelet and she's like, I never like
adjust this.
I never adjust this whatsoever. And I literally had to adjust it on. Like I woke up and my wrist was so swollen I had to like adjust the bracelet because it was too tight and I was like, go to the fucking doctor. And then she goes, yeah, I can't even like hold my phone. I'm like, no, like I literally would time for this.
I literally would like lay in bed with my phone on speakerphone on my chest to like talk on the phone because I couldn't hold my phone or my head up.
Yeah,
it was bad. So what I'm getting around to is that we drove from our hometown to Denver, which is about 6 hours,
6-7 hours, yeah.
And then we had a 4-hour flight.
Yeah, which is like when you count all the airport shenanigans, it's like 6 hours.
Yep.
And then you don't have to wait 3 hours for.
And then we had to stand in line for a rental car for 3 hours, and then we got like a couple hours of sleep, barely.
Literally 4.
And then we had to walk decently far in the humidity, which is like a little rough for us. We still had snow on the ground at home, so it was just like a big temperature change, which kind of like adds to things. And then we stood the whole time of the concert.
Yeah. And we walked around like a couple hours before that. So like Mariah was like feeling it. And then on top of that, when we got to the Denver airport and we were parking at like our fucking shuttle park thing.
Oh yeah. I got out of the car wrong.
Yeah. Mariah got out of the car wrong and she looks at me. She goes, "Oh, I really messed up my back." And I said, "No." And then like it got to the point where she was having a hard time like pushing her suitcase. And I was like, oh.
Yeah. And there's just things that you have to do like when you're traveling, like put your head in the overhead. Put your suitcase in the overhead compartment. And just like, you know, like walking a lot and stuff that it wasn't going it's not conducive to back healing.
And I basically told her, you know what, we got to suck it up because we've been waiting a fucking lifetime to see Taylor Swift front row like this.
We spent so much money for that concert.
Yeah.
So I got it through, but I was feeling fucked up.
Yeah.
But the exciting thing about that, which I came to the conclusion afterwards, is that Taylor Swift does a secret song. We're going to get more into this, but Taylor Swift does a secret song.
She does 2 secret songs every show.
Yep. So the first secret song we got was The Great War. Here's some lyrics to that, which is so beautiful.
Good God.
Soldier down on the icy ground.
Damn.
Looked up at me with honor and truth.
But we did that.
Broken and blue.
We both still went to that concert. Broken and blue.
Taylor knew.
She knew.
She's like, I got some broken, busted up black and blue bitches in the front row. I better sing them this song.
Yeah, she's like, I'm all feeling Midnights tonight. Yeah, you're feeling Midnights because we're feeling the bruises.
Yeah, we're like Nikki was sending me photos of like her hip butt as this bruise just fucking grew.
Yeah. Yeah.
For some reason, my main bruise is right here on the front of my leg, and I don't know how I hit that part of me.
I don't know how I hit like the inside of my butt crack. Like that's where my bruise was. It was like right on the outside of the inside of my butt crack. Like,
so true.
How did it get there? It doesn't make any sense.
So we got to the stadium.
We're walking in and having a full out of body experience.
Yeah.
Because I've never gone to a Taylor Swift concert and gone straight to the front of the fucking stage.
Oh, so wild. That's the closest I've sat with the tickets I bought.
True.
Yeah.
You did get lucky.
So, and we also got lucky that we just like happened upon, well, I did a lot of research on parking, but it was so nice that we got relatively cheap parking compared to what was around us, and we were by the entrance that we needed to be.
Yeah.
It's like confusing to figure out which entrance you need to be for what seat you are. And
like, you literally don't know until you're parked and you're like within earshot of like the random pre-recorded thing saying like no battery packs and no backpacks and
no lights of any kind.
Yeah. If you're sitting on the floor, please enter through the forward entrance. And you're like, oh, well, that's really fucking helpful. Where is that at? Northwest side of the... Okay.
Yeah, I'm like, I just like drove and flew in a plane and slept for 2 hours. I have zero chance of a direction right now.
I mean, like, I had the direction figured, like, that wasn't like the issue for me, but it was still just like, can we just get an email?
Yeah, why don't they do that shit? Like, why don't they tell you when you buy your ticket, like, you're gonna need to park. But anyways, one thing that was really surprising to me as we were walking into the stadium, all of the people that were tailgating and that were clearly visibly already intoxicated.
Already
before even like entrance time. Like they're double fisting.
These people had to have started, like they had to have gotten up at 6 a.m., got dressed.
And then started drinking.
Then like went to a brunch and started like mimosaing and then somehow made it to the parking lot to tailgate and continue to fucking drink.
Which Nikki and I like to have a good time. We like to have a drink or two when we go out.
But that was like
But we both knew there was zero chance of anything inhibiting any of my... I am going to be 100% fully aware of what I'm doing, where I'm at.
You know what?
What Taylor's doing mostly.
I was sober as a clover and I still fucking... It's foggy.
Well, we still were intoxicated on no sleep and a lot of travel.
Yeah, and just Taylor Swift.
Yeah, plus mostly that. So, but I was just very, very shocked. Like, how could you go through all the... Like, even if you're sitting in the top row nosebleeds, you went through hell to get those tickets. Why are you fucking getting shit-faced beforehand?
Well, and we, like, even ran into some girls in the bathroom. I'm saying in the bathroom. Like, we were at porta potties outside because we were on the floor. But they were, like, having this... They had a full conversation with us. Saw us, like, not even 90 seconds later. and like acted like they had just seen us for the first time. They were that fucking drunk.
Yeah.
And this was so like 2.5 hours before the show started.
Before the openers came on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like insane.
And they were on the floor because they were in the same bathroom as us. So they spent that money on those floor tickets.
And we're fucked up. And like that's okay. And then we keep seeing videos of people getting arrested at the Taylor concert. It's like, what in the hell are y'all doing? Can somebody please tell me what the hell these people are? Somebody who's been arrested at a Taylor Swift concert, please tell me what you were doing that you got arrested. Because at least one person has been arrested at every show.
If you've been arrested at a Taylor Swift show and you are open to us interviewing you or being a guest on this podcast, please
hit us
reach
up.
out.
Yeah,
email us.
Because I need to know. Like, I'm not even going to judge you. Honestly, I just need curious. To know. I am going to judge you if you're hammered at the Taylor Swift concert, not for getting arrested because you're hammered. I just can't believe you'd pay that much money.
Yeah, baffles
to
me.
Get hammered.
So we made it into the arena. We got to our seats. We were literally fucking crying.
Crying in broad daylight.
It's like 100 degrees out, sweaty. We're already dripping with sweat.
And like everybody around us is just standing there like, yeah, this is cool. Mariah and I are sobbing.
They're on their floor seats. They could be seated at the fucking McDonald's next door to their house or at floor Taylor Swift. They're carrying on as if nothing's going on.
You would never know.
And our jaws are on the floor. We're crying. We're like visibly having upset. A moment.
I was like so happy I had sunglasses on at that moment in time so that people couldn't see me crying.
But even then, our body language was like, we were not holding it together.
No, we were not holding it together. But we were overall just amazed. Got some merch. Watched people walk around, checked out outfits, took some photos.
Bought a $9 water, which is really weird for me because I'm not a water drinker.
Yeah, and I was just adamant on consuming as little liquid as possible because my bladder has no control anymore. This is 29.
But it was so humid and hot, which I knew it would be, but I was sweating a lot. And so I'm glad I drank as much water as I did because I started to feel ill at the end of the concert.
Yeah, no, I definitely reached a point probably about 3/4 of the way through that I was like, oh, I'm not okay.
This is one of the first, my first Swiftie tip is to look up your parking and where you are. And if you can find parking that's not related to the stadium, because then it's normally cheaper ahead of time. But my next tip is make sure in your car that you have water and snacks for after the concert.
Yeah, I thankfully had water. Also, bring a fucking charger.
Oh my fucking God.
Especially if you're renting a car.
We rented a car. We both have like what do you call those little turbochargers?
Power banks?
Lightning chargers? No, like our USB-C chargers.
Yeah, they're just iPhone chargers.
Okay, yeah. But like
they're USB-C ports and cars don't have USB-C ports, the older ones. So like we only had a USB port
and then I brought my power bank
that also was only
USB.
Yeah. So and for whatever reason it didn't matter if our phone was in airplane mode or not. Our phones were fucking dying.
Yeah. So weird.
Dying. So like my phone literally died like as soon as we got in the car after the concert.
Well, we did FaceTime somebody.
Yeah, but it was at like 6% anyway. It was gonna die.
Yeah. And we had like a good solid half-hour minimum drive back to our hotel. Thankfully,
we obviously didn't know the way to.
Yeah. Thankfully, I had randomly made friends with the girls in the car next to us.
Yeah, so they let us
charge my phone for me.
Yeah, we thankfully got that far, but
or else we would have had to pull over at a random gas station.
I don't know why we're just like skipping the show to talk about the after show.
Yeah, circle back. We're on the floor. We're crying.
Yeah. Gracie Abrams comes on. This is the true, like, if you made it this far, you're the true MVP because this is like
where it gets good.
This is like the most important, basically the most important part of this whole night.
We should have jumped straight to this. Instead, we're like, oh, our phone's died. Why are people getting drunk? Here's the real deal. All of a sudden, I hear Nikki
suck all the air out of the room.
Yeah, like I had a whiplash because she like basically my head got sucked towards her as she like.
I fucking did too.
And she says,
oh my God, there's Aaron Dessner.
So I look over to where she's pointing and I see the tip of his nose and the back of his head.
I'm not joking, you guys. I literally spotted Aaron Dessner in a VIP tent, probably like 50 feet away from us by like a quarter of his face.
Yep.
And like the backside of the quarter of his face.
And he's like wearing dark colors. It's not like he was like anything that was like sticking out.
And he, he's like, he's less than average height for a man. Like
yeah, and he just like kind of blends in with the crowd pretty decently well because he was trying to.
Yeah.
So
And Mariah didn't say, she like keeps acting like she like validated me in this. She didn't say a fucking, no. She did not say
Nikki's like, that's Aaron Dessner. Hey, don't you think that's Aaron Dessner? Mariah, look. Mariah, do you see what I'm looking at? And I'm just like,
I'm like literally right. I'm like, I keep like saying to her, like, he's right there. He's right there, because she's not saying fucking anything to me. So, and like, I'm looking at her like, can you not see? Like, like step around, people. He's over there. Like, I swear to God. And she's just like saying absolutely fucking nothing.
So I think the first thing I said was, should we go over there?
And I was like, I don't know. Like, anytime I see anybody who's like famous, any kind of recognition, I'm like, don't bother them. They don't want to be bothered.
I know. I'm so glad we came to the conclusion we did. But also I feel bad. I only feel bad because of the people in front of us.
Yes, exactly.
Yes. Okay, so one other person takes a quick selfie with him. Then I'm like, okay, we need to go over.
Okay, but prior to all of this, though, we sat there and watched him for a good 5 minutes jam out before we Gracie decided. Abrams. Before we even decided to go over there, and not a single fucking person recognized him.
Well, we were just standing chilling for a minute. He's like recording Gracie Abrams jamming out. Okay, he's so adorable. If you've watched Long Pong Studios on Disney Plus, you've seen him do this.
Like the head jam.
Like, yeah, it's so cute, like the way he does it. He's adorbs.
Like a chicken, but in a cute way.
It's like a chicken. Oh, I love him. Like a baby turtle. The person in front of us interrupts him while he's recording and jamming out and asks if he can take a picture with them.
And like,
which broke my heart.
That broke my heart, but also like genuinely, I've seen this happen like so many times where like people approach people that are like famous or have some kind of like name that they want to take a photo with. And instead of being like, hey, like, nice to meet you, like trying to have like even a small talk conversation, they just go, oh my God, can I take a picture with you? Instead of being like, you're a fucking human.
Yeah.
So then like now those people are like trained in turn to just be like, yeah, like I don't want to have like a connection with you whatsoever. Yeah. So like that happened, and then like we had to walk up, and like even Mariah was like, oh my God, it's so nice to meet you. And he was like, yeah, it's fine. Like he already knew.
Well, you said, can we take a picture with you?
I didn't say that.
Oh, you didn't?
No. I didn't say anything.
Weird.
Like also was
I wish that on my phone I had been taking a video, because you had the selfie ready, because I don't remember meeting him really.
Yeah, you walked up and you were like, oh my God, it's so nice to meet you. And you were like trying to say something, and he was like, yeah, like we can take a photo, it's fine. And we were like, oh, okay, cool, thanks. And we took the photo, and then like I turned to him and said, you're a boss, dude, like sick work.
Yeah, and I was like, thanks for being so rad.
Yeah.
Like,
and
what?
He was like, he like gave us a thumbs up, like Taylor Swift did all night on stage, gave us a thumbs up and was like, yeah, cool, thanks. And like kind of chilled out a little bit, but like the way the people in front of us interacted
probably
really
ruined
made
our experience.
Yeah, but like that,
you know
I think ruins it for everybody in all honesty.
I will say though, in our selfie with him, he looks genuinely like thankful to have met.
Yeah.
Like he was probably like, these aren't just people that want to take a picture with me because I know Taylor Swift. These two at least like know who I am for my own genius.
Yeah, yeah, and he is a fucking genius.
Yeah.
Like I was freaking out, losing my fucking mind.
We did. We both like were getting hot eyes just seeing him, let alone to go over and take a picture.
And then our stupid ass Swiftie brains did not ignite at the sight of seeing him.
Well, he was at Tampa night 1. He was in the.
But I didn't know that.
We didn't know that. We didn't know spoilers about night 1.
No.
So we didn't think about like, oh, I wonder why he could be here.
No. I just thought, oh my God, sick. He's here because he wants to hear the songs he helped write. I didn't think.
Yeah. So let's just get to it.
Yeah.
Taylor Swift comes to the end of the stage. She's
right in front of us.
Wait, we have a video of it. Nikki goes, oh my God, her piano's right here.
Yeah. I was freaking out.
Which I knew that we were at the end of the stage, and that's right where Taylor would be doing her secret songs. But Taylor gets her guitar and she says something like, it's time to do the secret songs. And she kind of like talks in code about what the song is going to be.
Okay, also, which I think is like so funny. I've watched a couple TikToks where like guys, who have been dragged to, and they're all like, yeah, I went to this Taylor Swift concert and it's like the best thing I've ever seen in my life, but they all talk in this way that you can't fucking understand. Like she's on stage talking about like James, and then my girlfriend looks at me and goes, she's gonna sing Betty. And he's like, what the fuck? She was talking about James. Like it's like all this stuff that like doesn't make any fucking sense. Or like
Taylor
to anyone.
Will be like, is it okay if I play you a really long song? And it's all too well 10-minute version, and everyone like loses their fucking minds.
Yeah. And then so, like the husbands are like, what do you mean a really long fucking, like how do you know what she's fucking talking about?
Yeah. So anyway, she pulls out her guitar and she goes, I have this friend that I've been collaborating with for a while.
Like my soulmate collaborator.
Yeah, something like that. Like he helped starting with the folklore album, and we both lost our fucking minds.
And when we say this, it genuinely, we're in a crowd of like, I don't know, a few hundred people on the floor.
Mm-hmm.
There's a few hundred people within earshot of us.
Yeah.
And
everyone's
Mariah
like,
and I were the only ones
that knew it was going down.
100%. We
only ones.
It was like Taylor Swift knew, Aaron Dessner knew, and then it was Mariah and I.
And the other 4 people that took a picture with him.
Yeah, that's it.
So everyone else was trying to be quiet to figure out like, holy shit, first of all, she's going to bring out someone to perform with her probably. Which is already really exciting.
Yeah.
But we knew who it was because we had just met him.
Yeah.
And so everyone else was like, I could tell they were like eagle-eyeing Taylor about like what's going to happen, and we fucking knew.
Yeah, and when we screamed, I easily felt like 10 people's heads snapped to us. Like, why the fuck are these bitches screaming? Like,
yeah.
How do they, what is going on? And
we're
all like, it's Aaron Dessner! And
yeah.
Like, literally like scream crying about the whole experience. And then he comes walking down the stage.
Oh, and we lost our shit.
We lost our fucking shit. And then she just drops the Great War on us.
She sang the Great War right in front, like with like 30 feet from us, 25 feet from us.
Yeah.
Absolutely wild with Aaron Dessner.
Yeah.
And then the second surprise song that she...
Okay, but also it was really cool that Aaron Dessner posted saying like how rad it was. Like his Instagram post was like so genuinely like the cutest fucking thing. And like I've had 0.2 seconds with him, and he just took a photo with us and didn't really have a conversation, but I can tell you that man is like so sweet.
He's like literally, yeah. I want to put that video on our Instagram too. I made this like little video of us meeting Aaron Dessner, but I can't wait to put it on Instagram and tag him in it because I really hope he sees it, because I just genuinely love him so much, and I want him to know that like we were like, thank you for being cool, you're rad.
Yeah,
but like
you're a boss, bro.
We're articulate women, we're smart, strong women. I don't know why all we could do was you're rad, but that's all our...
Yeah, but also security was like trying to, I think, deter this like situation a little bit too.
Yeah, because I don't know though, because why wasn't he standing in the VIP tent? He was outside of it, and that's on him.
He probably was only going to be out there for a little bit, and
yeah, because he probably had to go back and like
do his thing.
So, but anyway.
Yeah. So all that happened, and then
the Great War.
The Great War happened, and then she puts the guitar down and somehow gets closer to us.
Yeah.
And sits down at the piano.
And she sang "You're on Your Own, Kid,"
which truly was just another bomb dropped.
Yeah, so within 20 feet, a little 20-foot circle, me, my best friend Nikki, and Taylor Swift. I was just going to say Taylor, but okay, because we're all on first name basis. Me, Nikki, and Taylor, 20-foot circle. We all sang "We're the Best of Friends."
Yeah.
So it's official.
Yep.
Friends First podcast.
And
you
a
guys
friend
are
of the
our
podcast
third
is now Taylor Swift.
Yeah. You guys are our third best friend, but also Taylor Swift is our third best friend too, because she said we're the best friends.
Because Taylor Swift is Mariah and I's best friend, she's now also your guys' best friend.
And everybody's best friends with Taylor Swift.
Yeah, exactly.
She probably approves that message.
Yeah, I think she does.
Also, I was super into the bracelet trading. If you've been watching...
Oh yeah, Mariah went ham on this bracelet trading. Ham.
I made 50 bracelets that I traded. So,
yeah.
I was really into it, but the reason people have been trading bracelets is because in "You're on Your Own, Kid," the lyrics are "Make the friendship bracelets, take the moment and save it."
Yeah.
So it was super exciting to have the song about the bracelets be at the tour that we went to.
Yeah.
So,
it was so cool. Stop. So like, I don't know. It's just like, it was such a fucking rad experience. Like the whole thing was just so cool. And like, I cried. I definitely cried when she came out. Yeah. I was shaking like crazy at the first fucking bridge in the night for "Cruel Summer." I've been waiting to scream that with Taylor Swift at the top of my fucking lungs for years now.
"The Man" was like right away, like the third song.
Yeah, that was the third song.
And "That's What Your Jacket Was About." So like that was really
it was just like too. Taylor Swift comes out, one of my favorite bridges. Bam, "The Man," one of my favorite songs. Like it just was like whoop 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 whoop. It was phenomenal, and I don't know how she does it, but somehow every show gets fucking better and better. Like every tour. So like how does she do it?
All Too Well 10-minute version.
Oh, iconic.
So good. I cried like a baby. And then Marjorie is about the loss of her grandmother.
I sobbed.
Yeah. So like I lost my uncle. Nikki's lost her grandma. So losing someone close to you is close to us.
Yeah.
And bald. We bald.
It's bald. Like I thought 'Tis the Damn Season would get me, and it kind of did. I thought Champagne Problems would get me a little bit. I mostly was just like excited to like sing with her.
Fucked in the head.
Yeah.
I was really excited to say fucked in the head.
Yeah. No, it was great. But Marjorie really fucking took me out.
Marjorie took me out. Which I was like, it's okay. Like when that comes up, just disassociate. You don't have to cry and get emotional.
No.
I couldn't not.
And then like I think something like which I really was like trying to force you to hear was the 70,000 people screaming the lyrics.
Yeah, you kept being like, listen.
Yeah, because it was just
at first
so
I was like,
crazy.
Is Taylor's sound off? Like, why is she echoing?
No. And it's not that. That's also why like people have ears. That's why performers have the things they put in their ears, because
in-ears.
Yeah, if they were trying to like time what they were singing with like actually hearing from the speakers, it wouldn't work because of the way sound travels through space. So like that's why she takes her ears out to like hear us screaming, because she can't hear us. She can only hear what's happening like literally inside her ears.
So weird.
Yeah.
One of the highlights of the whole performance for me though was in Marjorie when she says, "Watch you sign your name Marjorie," and in the air she writes Marjorie.
Yeah.
Adorable.
Fucks me up.
Stop.
Yeah, and then I was just I don't know, that one I was sobbing. Like tears were like just flowing down my fucking face. I was like, "Oh my God, why can't I stop crying?" I was like, she needs to be done singing the song. I can't stop crying. And then I think like towards the end of the song I really just started to be like, okay, listen to the crowd. But because I think I had started to try and listen for her grandma's voice, because she plays in the background of that track, or in the background of that music, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna listen to that, and then I just heard 70,000 people screaming it, and I was like, whoa.
Oh, it's making me get hot eyes right here, right now.
Yeah, it's the wildest fucking experience. Like, also, and like we talked about it too, like there are more people that follow me on the internet than there are in that stadium.
That's so weird.
Which like multiple times like I had that moment where I was like, whoa.
So thankful for all like.
Yeah. I was like so thankful for like the experience of like being at this Taylor Swift concert and like everything that I was like experienced in how I've grown with Taylor Swift and like everything that has been my life. And how Taylor Swift has like forever put out an album that is like made sense about my life, whatever, like all the things I love about Taylor Swift, but then to look around and like see all of these other people experiencing all in their own way, and then to also bring that amount of people into a number that makes sense in my life was like, whoa.
I think it's part of human nature that you set a goal, and when you accomplish it you immediately set the next goal and the next goal. And in your line of work there's different milestones to how many people you have following you and how many, like, what that means as far as, like, opportunities. But I feel like you do a good job of staying grounded. Yeah. And by that, I mean, we're in a sold out show of 70,000 people and you're looking around and they're like, every single person in this arena has a story. They all have a way that they got here. They're all like a real person. And I have more followers than, like, if all my followers from the internet were in this arena, like staff included, that you have more than that.
There's not enough seats in that arena for the amount of people that follow me on the internet.
It's so crazy. Which is
one really fucking wild when you think about like how many people just like that many people clicked follow.
Yeah, they were like
something on the internet.
Oh yeah,
but like
cool.
Yeah, but then it's also crazy to think about like the reach that I've had with different videos. Like I have a video that's got like 13 million views on it. Like that's an astronomical number to me. But like to still think that like there's 13 million people that put their eyeballs on me as a person is like, but then for me to turn around and it doesn't like not think about like, oh, are these people judging me? Oh, what do these people think of me? But to turn around and be like, wow, that person's like, there's something in that person's experience in life that like led them to even just watch a video of mine.
Yeah.
Which is so crazy. But then like, I also think about, we talked about it when we were driving up to the concert and like the chaos of the traffic and like all of the people and stuff. And like you can say like the NFL is a big organization. To have a stadium where people come and like 70,000 people come to watch a game and fill up the stadium to watch this football game is like, that's teams of people, right? That's like at least 22 people that are bringing people to come to this football game. No. One person, one singular person, Miss Taylor Allison Swift, brought 70,000 people to that stadium 3 nights in a fucking row.
Plus, there were a lot of people sitting in the parking lot that couldn't get tickets.
Yeah.
That were watching it from the parking lot.
There are people that sit at home
thousands of people watching live streams.
Yeah. People that sit at home every single show and watch the live streams.
Completely wild.
She's got 5 nights in fucking LA.
I'm so excited.
5 nights in LA. That's insane.
I couldn't even fathom that. So.
But like, it's just crazy to me that like there are that many people in the world that have all had something happen to them in a way that like somehow Taylor Swift has been able to create something that like speaks to them.
Yes.
In a way enough to make them go through everything that we went through just to get to that concert.
Yeah. Okay, speaking of online reach, something weird happened after the concert. I was casually scrolling TikTok as I do all the time.
Oh, I was like, what
and
the
there
fuck
was
happened?
this video that comes across my feed, my For You page, and it says, Taylor performed the song Right By Me. Only watch if you are okay with screaming, because the girls next to me were screaming hysterically. And I was like, oh, that's funny. And then it shows the view of Taylor, and I was like, that's the same view we had. And it's just like the audience is black, but you can see, like, it's dark, but you can see Taylor lit up. I was like, that's the same view we had. So I watched the video and I hear screaming and I'm like, oh shit, I'm pretty sure that's Nikki and I talking and screaming and crying. And I'm like, no. So I click on the creator's profile, and of the video before is like a pan of the audience, and you can see she sat right next to Nikki and I.
Yeah.
It was our neighbor.
Yep. Mm-hmm. We made friends with her.
We did, thankfully.
Did I anticipate that happening? Yes and no.
Yes and no. I just didn't. It just took me extremely off guard. So what she says in the video is literally screaming and crying 90% of this video, and so are the girls next to me. So don't watch if you don't want to hear us. You've been warned.
Yeah.
And it's a video of Taylor playing.
I didn't even watch the whole video because
it's like secondhand embarrassment. Yeah. I'm like, that's so embarrassing.
I wouldn't take a single fucking second of it back. Not a single fucking second.
I'm not embarrassed enough to like not do it again.
Yeah, but I don't want to watch it. That's something I'll watch like probably like 5 years from now, or at least like after I've gone to my next Taylor Swift show and like can accept the fact that like my embarrassment is just, it just is what it is.
I did post the video on my personal Facebook, but then I'll be putting it on our friends first.
Yeah.
Facebook also. I probably won't put it on our Instagram or anything. I don't know. We'll see. Okay. So I'm going to read you some of the comments on the video.
Oh, fuck. I haven't done this. Mariah was telling me about this and she was like, should I read them to you on the podcast? I was like, yeah, probably. But like, I didn't read I commented on it, but I didn't read a single fucking comment.
Yeah. So.
Nor did I watch the whole video.
The girl had followed both of us before she posted this, because we had like.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
When I clicked on her profile, I didn't say follow back.
Well, I had told her that we had a podcast, and I was like, hey, I know we're sitting by each other, and we'll give a full update of the podcast.
That's probably how it got all looped in. Okay.
Actually, the guy that was originally sitting next to us, even though he was lying about his seats. Remember?
Yeah.
He asked for socials. Like, we traded socials. So then that.
Do you really want to put in there that he lied about his seats? Do you really want to call him out on that?
Well, he did. But good for him. He got to sit really fucking close for a while.
Okay.
And the girl, well, okay. So the 2 girls next to us and the 3 girls behind us all bought their tickets less than an hour before Taylor took stage.
Literally.
Which is so crazy.
Insanity.
So he saw empty seats and he came and sat by us, which is fine. He was really nice.
He was super nice.
He was so great. I wish he could have been there the whole time.
Yeah.
So you and I both commented on the video, of course. Then there's this comment that says, bless the girl next to you.
Fuck. That could be either one of us.
Yeah. Here's the next comment. See, this is where I'm undecided. If I get to go to a concert and I'd be super close, I don't think I would want to scream at the top of my lungs. Well, good for you. I did.
The Taylor Swift concert isn't the place for you. Okay, look, we weren't the only ones screaming. We were just the loudest ones.
We were the loudest. And I think we were the only ones that knew literally every single
word to every single song.
In every chant.
Yeah.
And like there's certain times where the band claps during songs that I did the claps.
Yeah.
And like we just took it to level 113.
Yeah, we really did.
Here's another one.
Oh, fuck me.
The girl next to you put her whole Swiftie into this.
What?
Sis really needed it.
Her whole what? Her whole what?
Swiftie.
Oh my god. Sis really needed it, she said.
Yeah. So the creator, her name's Hannah. She is literally the sweetest.
She was so sweet.
She said, girlies sang every single song this hard. And we're the sweetest people ever. Loved them.
Okay, look. I knew I was going to do that. I honestly did.
Then somebody else commented and said, my main goal is for someone to say this online about me.
Hell yeah. That's my bitch right there. I need to follow that girl.
Swifties would.
Yeah,
would.
hell yeah. I was not, dude, you could not stop me from doing that.
I lost control of my body. I didn't know.
And you know what? In all fairness, we warned literally every single person around us.
We did.
And they all said they were going to be on the same page.
People dressed nice, but then there's also the people that had like super inside joke costumes, which the girl next to us dressed up as a green crayon. Yeah. And there's the lyric that says, green was the color of the grass. So green was the color and she was a color crayon.
Yeah.
Green color crayon.
Genius.
So cute.
Yeah.
So that's like very niche lyric.
Yeah.
So if you're dressed up super niche or you're homemade, you're going 113%. The girls behind us, they were dressed cute. They went almost 100%. They did good. They just... They didn't scream feral in between any time. Taylor would sing a song.
The only time that they went feral was during folklore.
Glad you love folklore because folklore is epic.
Yeah,
we've just been on the whole Taylor Swift thing for a couple of years now.
Yeah, and because we had tickets to Loverfest and then the pandemic happened. Mm-hmm. Like, we were just fucking ready to like give our all to Taylor Swift at that point in time.
Yeah, so we did go crazy.
Yeah, and apparently now we are
We are
internet sensation in the Swiftie community.
We are on the internet as...
You know what? At least we didn't break our vocal cords.
Yeah. Also...
Came close, but not quite. There was a couple points during the concert where I was like screaming and I was like, oh, there it goes.
Yeah.
I will not be able to talk anymore.
There were times where I would scream or sing so loud that I went to like scream applause, and then I couldn't.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the girls behind us at one time were like, I wish she would stop doing that. And I was like, Nikki, am I doing too much?
Did they say that?
Yeah. They were like, I wish she would stop doing that. And I was like, oh my God, what am I doing that's like so bad? And then I'm like, I can rein it in. And then I was like, I don't have time to think about that.
No.
Like, I literally don't. There were so many distractions, but I was like, I don't. Like the security guard.
And I heard at one point those girls say like, can't they just sit down?
Oh my God.
And I was
no,
like,
we cannot.
No.
I sat down for, like, Taylor performed for about 3.5 hours. I sat down probably 5 minutes total.
Yeah, I didn't sit.
I kept. You didn't at all.
Not for a fucking second. I didn't even think about sitting down.
I got a chemical burn on my feet.
Yeah. Mariah got fucked up, you guys.
So I kept sitting down to brush off the bottom of my feet and readjust my shoes. But I tried.
But you were like sitting down when she was like doing a wardrobe change. You weren't like sitting
I didn't
down
miss.
while she. Yeah.
I did. It was like when there was something on the screen and Taylor wasn't on stage.
Yeah.
I would sit down in between like times where I hopefully didn't miss much.
Yeah.
But that was like also the only time that I really like looked around at the audience, which was cool too.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
But yeah, we are on the internet as
the girls that scream.
Which we said, we're both tall bitches. We're both loud bitches.
Yeah, and like I said, we told everyone around us, like, we will be screaming the entire time. We will be losing our fucking minds the entire time. We will be standing the entire time. Even at one point, there was a security guard guy or some kind of regulation guy that like came by and was like, just so you know, you have to sit through the whole show so everybody behind you can see. And I was like, who do you think you are?
I am.
Yeah, who do you think you are and who do you think I am that I'm going to spend this money to get here for like one of my favorite people on planet fucking Earth, and then I'm going to sit through the whole thing.
Yeah.
If Taylor Swift is standing and singing for 3.5 fucking hours, I'm going to be doing the same damn thing.
Yeah. So, and then also I was like, if you are going to want me to sit, you're going to need to start at the opposite side of the arena and work your way back, because I'm not going to sit when there's a single person standing in front of me.
No, and if we would have sat, there was like a 6'7" dude that was like on the other side of the aisle from us, who was like
with a hat on
and a fucking 32-ounce beer up in the air the entire show. Like, all of my videos have his fucking beer with Taylor Swift through the fucking beer.
Yeah, which is so frustrating. Like, you can't help being tall. We're both tall, and I
no, but like don't put extra shit in the air.
Yeah, but to wear a hat and hold up a 32-ounce beer, be so fucking for real right now.
Yeah, and then he was like recruiting people to also hold up their beers, and I was
then
like,
they kept,
no.
Like, he kept like trying to have people stand on his chair,
and like
was,
I'm
like,
a tall bitch. Like I had
up.
heels on, so I easily was like 6'1" with my heels on,
yeah,
and I was still having a hard time. Like work with me here, bro.
Yeah, that wasn't really cool, but it is what it is. There was one point where I had to tattle on some people.
Yeah, I don't even want to talk about that.
Okay, that's fair.
That was like too much for me.
A security guard did try to come up and have like a whole conversation with me while Taylor was singing Lavender Haze.
Yeah, and at one point he like looked at me while he was like having a conversation with you. I was like, I ain't talking to you right now.
Yeah, I was like making direct eye contact with Taylor. Not really, but like, you know, staring at her.
Willing it to happen.
And she's kind of like leftish, and the security guard's right in my face on the right side, and I am singing the lyrics still, and he's trying to have a full fucking conversation with me. And I didn't even acknowledge him.
No.
Because I was like, be so entirely for real right now.
Yeah.
And then right after the concert he came over, right after the concert ended, he like seeked me out and was like trying to have another conversation with me. And I was like, dude, I am trying to collect confetti. I have more bracelets to trade. I have things to do.
I also still have to mentally process having watched Taylor Swift on stage for 3.5 hours.
Taylor Swift just sang "We're the Best of Friends" 20 feet from me.
Yeah.
I'm not in a capacity to talk about anything other than that.
No, and this is all the stuff that like happened on the floor, you guys. Like all the stuff that was happening on the stage, like I just need to have a moment for the dancers, man.
Yes. Oh my gosh. I was not prepared for Willow and the entire like witchy seance thing.
Oh, I saw like a glimpse of that on TikTok. And I was like, I am fucking, like, but it was like one of those ones where people, like, somebody's stupid fucking boyfriend got brought to it and, like, that was the only video he took. And he, like, posted it to TikTok and was like, what the fucking is the Swiftie shit of this? Like, what is, and I was like,
good.
Yeah.
So that is the only chant that I missed because I didn't know about it because I wasn't doing spoilers. Before, like, halfway through Willow, there's a part where Taylor does, like, these crazy hand things and whatever. And the pause during the performance is longer than the pause in the original recording of the song.
Okay.
And people sing "Summon the Demons, Bitch," and that's when the dancers start bringing up the globes.
Oh,
the, like, glowing things.
I haven't seen that at all.
Yeah, so "Summon the Demons, Bitch" was the only chant I missed, and then I missed the double clap in "You Belong With Me." No, I did not miss that. I missed the second triple clap in, I can't even remember, but anyways.
You know what I got that literally nobody, not even you, got? Was when she correctly said, if you... I always fuck up
if you plan to fail... No, if you fail to plan...
You plan to fail. And like the previous 3 times she had like performed it...
She said flail.
Flail to flail. Like she was not saying it right. So she like sang it correctly, and I could see that she was like concentrating hard, and I was like, nailed it, bitch. Like,
yeah, so
I'm pretty sure. And then like Mariah looked at me like, what the fuck? I was just so stoked she said it right. Like,
yeah, especially like we did no spoilers. I'm gonna stop saying that because I'm saying it so much. But after the concert, I was watching everything about Tampa Night 1 and of course our night Tampa Night 2. But there were so many things that went wrong Tampa Night 1.
Oh really?
A lot. She had she had a wardrobe malfunction.
Oh, with the garter. I saw that.
Yep. And then you know how she did the stage dive and it looks like she's swimming along the stage?
Yeah.
So the hatch door didn't open for her jump, and the video of her swimming away happens as she's standing there, and she looks down and she like laughs, and as she and like seeing that, my heart just broke for her because we've all seen parts where like Taylor didn't hit a note right or whatever, and she's kind of hard on herself, which is part of being a professional.
Yeah.
But it just hurts. Like I know she's like, will never know who I am, but it's sad for me to see someone I love in pain.
Yeah.
And so I see her like giggling that off on stage, but I know that it's hurting her heart.
Yeah.
A little bit because it didn't go right. But it's also kind of a funny moment. So
yeah.
To see a video of yourself swimming away and then the hatch door opens and her
What did she do?
She jumped still.
Did it eventually open and she jumped still?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yep. Yeah. So she got down there. That happened, and then there was sound issues, a lot of technical issues.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So.
Is that was night 1 also when she tripped?
Yes.
Okay. I was like, I haven't seen that video, but those girls
were telling
us.
It was like barely a stumble.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw the video. It's like barely, like you don't really catch it, but she kind of like, you know.
Yeah.
But the same as like when she was having the garter issues, did you watch videos of it?
Yeah, that's the one I like watched that fully twice.
If you weren't staring at what was going on, she so perfectly like sings the song, looks away, mutes her mic, says, "Hey, I need your help. Can you?"
She doesn't even mute her mic. She fully pulls it away.
Yeah.
Still listening to the beat, still walking on beat, knowing exactly where she was going, and says, "Yo, help me." And then gets over there.
And then pulls it away again, and she's like, "Just take it off." Sings.
But also what I thought was really fucking cool, the singers also did a hella fucking good job catching it and like helping her.
Smiled and danced along
and
to
they
the
also
beat
didn't miss a single of their own notes.
Yeah.
Like
such fucking professionals.
Yeah.
Epic.
So like I think she's probably a little bit harder on herself when she doesn't hit the notes, like you just said. And probably not as hard on herself when things like the stage doesn't work and
wardrobe malfunction. That's
because that's like something.
There's been some kind of like debate, which I don't really care either way. I really don't. Whether she missed her cue to say, "Hey, open the gate," or if the gate didn't open for her to jump in. You know?
Oh
like,
yeah.
But I don't really care.
Yeah, I don't think that matters, but I don't know. It was just one of the like the most phenomenal things like I've ever seen in my life. The whole show. Yeah. Every second of it. Every time she went up on that moving stage in the middle, I was like, how many different ways can that stage move?
So true.
And like, and the wardrobe changes and like just the elegance of it all. Like, while also still just being so goddamn fun.
Yeah. I also have been like blown away by how many creators that I follow online were at the same exact show as us.
Yeah, that's funny. I don't follow like a lot of like East Coast people. So
I didn't think I did.
There was one girl that I didn't realize that I thought she lived like in Hawaii, but I guess she lives in Florida. Yeah, it was
good.
It was so good. It was so freaking good. I do really wish that I could go again at a slightly higher, like that first row in the bowl.
I would love to be front row of the bowl.
Yeah, that would be so sick.
Yeah, because one thing about being close to Taylor is that you don't look at the audience, which is fine, but you also don't get to see the way the stage lights up.
I felt like I looked at the audience a whole lot more on the floor than I ever did at the last 2 tours that I went to when I sat higher up in the bowl.
Interesting. You probably think that now, unless you sat up higher up, and where like looking at Taylor, the audience would be more in the background. How much more you probably didn't miss like lights changing and like, because we all have LED bracelets.
Yeah. I don't know. I just felt like I noticed it more because like, I don't know, this is my brain. We've talked about this. I really want to know what it's like to stand in front of 70,000 people that like are looking at you. Like even if like I'm not saying anything, I'm just standing there. I just think that would be really cool. So for me, I think sitting on the floor and being closer to the stage and then turning around and looking at 70,000 people, I looked at it more than I do sitting up in the bowl. Like, because I genuinely, like, I couldn't tell you that I looked at it, like, at Rep in 1989, I couldn't tell you that I looked more at the audience than I did at this last show in Tampa.
Interesting. Okay.
There were multiple times that I stopped. I was like still screaming, singing, but I was like spinning in a circle, like looking at the audience, like, this is fucking so crazy. But I definitely think like being a little bit higher up would be interesting just to see like all the stage shenanigans and stuff.
Hannah, the girl we sat next to, that was her 5th show this tour.
Jesus Christ.
I think maybe 4. I don't know. But yeah, wild. I would love to go again.
Yeah.
I have 2 or 3 different stops that I want to try to hit.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see what we can figure out.
I'm just not going to break my heart over it, so.
Yeah. But overall, just like the craziest experience ever. And like just so freaking stoked about all of it. And like I'm just like trying to remember like detail things that like were the show that Taylor did herself that I was just like, this is phenomenal. But it's literally like every single freaking second. That girl is a performer through and freaking through. And like I posted on my Instagram stories today, that girl could run me around the world on a hike. No problem. Her stamina.
Yes.
And her ability to still sing is like so impressive. Like I know they're trained to do that. Artists are trained to be able to like run and sing and do all of the things at the same time. But it will never not blow my fucking mind. And not that age matters. at all, but she's 33 years old. I'm 29 years old. And like, I probably couldn't run up and halfway back down that stage without literally keeling over and fucking dying.
And without like,
yeah, like
heavy breathing, let alone singing.
She would go from like a full sprint of like 22 to like in a fucking ball gown, like, it was enchanting to meet you. Like, how? I'd be like, it was enchanting to me.
We were, not to dog on us, I definitely have video evidence of us standing in the same spot in heavy breathing singing.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
I just watched an interview. It was during the Fearless era. No, it was later on, but she was looking back at the Fearless era right before Speak Now. And it was when she was like really getting successful, and people were starting to question, like, is she that great of a singer? Is she actually writing her music herself? Because she had co-writers in the studio. And when you list a co-writer, you don't say like they wrote, they helped give feedback to 5% of this track of this song, and I did the other 95. It's just a co-writer. So people were like, did she actually collaborate very much?
Yeah.
So before Speak Now, she decided that she was going to work on her stamina, and she was going to write Speak Now completely herself. So Speak Now was the first album that she wrote herself. And that interview took place not very long after Speak Now. I don't know for sure, but anyways, girl just performed for 3.5 hours.
Yeah. 3 days in a row. How? I mean, like, good for her. I mean, I don't think we can say at any point that Taylor Swift is somebody who doesn't say she's somebody who says she wants something and she makes sure she gets it, and not in a way that she's like doing it to be malicious or hurt other people in any way. She's always doing it with like the best interest at heart.
Love
like,
her.
In my opinion. Do I know her personally? No, but can I say that I've never once thought Taylor Swift is like being malicious towards other people?
Yeah, I love her. I'm so thankful for that experience.
Yeah, I think it was incredible, and
so incredible.
I honestly loved every second of it, and I hope you guys have loved every second of us recapping all of it for you.
Yeah. Let us know if you're going to a show coming up.
Which show you're going to, where you're seated, what you're most excited for, if you're making your own outfit, if you just have like a really cool outfit idea, you're just ordering a bunch of pieces for it. Like, we want to hear all of it.
I am so deep on Swiftie talk.
Yeah, you're sitting here telling me like sat and watched everything. I was like, nope, I need to just sit and like absorb everything that I saw, because I started to watch like some of the videos and I was like, that is not what happened in my head. But I just was like, I can't get too into it. And also, if I get too hard into Swiftie talk, my whole feed becomes Swiftie talk, and there are other things in my life that I have to pay attention to.
No, my feed right now is 99.9% Taylor Swift, and that is exactly how I want it. So if you post anything on TikTok that's Swiftie related, just tag me and I want to watch it.
Honestly, she's probably seen it already.
That's probably true.
Yeah.
Let's be so for real. But
yeah,
still tag me because I probably want to see it again.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, we hope you guys enjoy this episode. If you haven't already, please go follow us on TikTok and Instagram and Facebook. Hopefully Mariah starts posting those things again for you guys.
I will be. We'll get back to some non-Swiftie related content. Non-Swiftie related episodes, which is a little bit of a far reach, because I think almost every single episode at least has a Swiftie reference. But,
yeah, I'm pretty sure we mentioned her in every single episode we've put up so far. Also, the last episode that you guys heard, we talked about doing this like friendship booklet. We are going to upload that. It's just going to be after this episode, because we want this episode to go up
as close to the concert as possible.
We also have some really exciting things to talk about coming up, or at least I have some really exciting things to talk about coming up that I haven't told anyone. So I got to drop that bomb on you guys. But
I do not approve that message.
Yeah, we gotta have some real heart to hearts coming up here, guys.
Yeah,
but we will get to that later. If you made it this far, again, thank you for listening. Make sure you hit the subscribe button, review us, all that good stuff. Share this episode with your Swiftie besties, because that's what it's all about. We're here to make more besties. You guys are all our friends.
Yes.
And that's Swifties and non-Swifties included.
Taylor Swift at least connected us to like 3 people that I would consider friends over this weekend.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, at minimum. And maybe more to come.
So yeah. We will talk to you guys next week.
Love you. Good night. We did so good on that one.
We did.